What's up, everybody? Welcome to Building Our Power. This is Gabby. Back after a little hiatus, of course. Hope everybody is doing well. KT is not here with us, but definitely she will be back. As I stated, she's kind of been going through a transitional phase, which I'll let her tell her story when she is ready and when she comes back. But until that time, I did want to come back and just see how everybody was doing. Don't have anything specific planned, but I do know that we're still, have taking options or advice on what exactly y'all would like us to read next for political theory. We've already had a request to read Richard of the Earth, which we will definitely get started on that as soon as everything's settled. Anything else, let us know, short, long, whatever, and we'll try to get to it. But until that time, I did want to talk about something that I just been noticing and thinking about, just in my random everyday life. So I've been watching on YouTube, they have a lot of those videos on there of people talking about their life. A lot of times it's homeless people or people that's been down and out, and they're talking about life and stuff they've gone through and all this, and it's very traumatic, and a lot of times it's depressing to watch. Something that I've noticed is, not even with them, but just something that has popped up is, when they talk about things being good in their life, they talk about, they were able to become a productive member of society. Now, that's something we hear just everyday people, being a productive member of society. And what that usually entails of is, I got a job at McDonald's, I got a job here, I did this, I was employed here. That is what's considered a productive member of society. And we accept that. But let's take 1 second and think about that. In order to be a productive member of society, that's humans as a whole, you yourself must sell your labor to somebody that's rich. Work for them your entire life in order to survive. That's being a productive member of society. And the other half of that is buying stuff. Isn't that just ridiculous? That's a productive member out of all the things that you could be doing to improve society. What the number one thing that you can do is sell your labor and your life to a billionaire and buy stuff from other billionaires. That is just, woo! It's but it's like we don't even think about it. I was a productive member of society, and we praise that. I got a job. I was, my life was going good. I got a job. And it's nobody thinks about what would really conduct being productive in society. What are you doing to help your fellow man? What are you doing to help improve the lives of the children and the elderly and even people your age? What are you doing to make sure that the planet will be here for future generations? That's not productive member of society. That's a little side project. That's a little hippy dippy. That's a little, you do that in your spare time. The things that's really going to affect the society is the stuff you do in your spare time. It's ridiculous. But we are programmed to think backwards and to not think at all. We just get told that stuff. We just get told that stuff from birth. Get a job, get a career, do this, do that, live the American dream, become a productive member of society, pay taxes. That's it. That is, I don't know, it was random. But I just thought about that, and it was just wow. They really got our asses. They really got our asses and got us thinking that making them rich is what's for the good of the world. Horrendous behavior. Horrendous. But now that I'm here, I did remember, the stuff about the submarine and the rich billionaires and stuff like that. I was on TikTok, and Crutches and Spice, who's a dope disability activist, creator, just a dope black woman, period. She was responding to some white lady talking about the billionaires. They had souls and they were humans, and I'm not saying that they weren't bad people, but I think we as a whole should think about why we find the deaths of others funny. And then they found out she's literally a CTO of some company and is getting money from billionaires, which isn't surprising. But I just want to think about the difference in response. And what I'm noticing is, obviously, a lot of white rich people are saying, no, don't laugh. And a lot of white evangelicals are saying the same thing. Because they're all in the same boat, literally and figuratively, and they have similar interests. But as a collective, as a whole, I was proud of everybody. Like, taking the time and just finding joy in the demise of some of the most evil people on the planet. And I'm glad that people, like, just this little event has started to get people thinking about billionaires and how they're not just regular people. They're not just people that just so happen to be rich. They're rich because of you. Because your grandmama died early. Because she was living in that polluted ass environment. Because your brother got addicted to drugs. Because he had a work accident and never got true help for it. Because your daddy had to struggle and work and break his back to the bone and ended up developing some type of disease from all that. That is the reason why they're billionaires. It isn't without bloody hands that these people exist. And so if there's less of them, hooray. Now the only thing about it is that money is just getting transferred back to their family members. But, if we can find joy in something like that, I think that can also be a tool to raise class consciousness. And I think it has. Because you did have people that were like, I feel bad, yada, yada, yada. But then eventually they've gotten to the point where they're like, well, they're dumb. And they had this money and they weren't smart. So rich doesn't actually equate with smartness. And so, it's... We'll take the little baby steps that we got, but I did think that was just interesting to see. I don't have much more to say about that hasn't already been said, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. But like I said, guys, I just want to say what's up, how y'all doing. Oh no, the burnout is real. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. We've been doing this for. Has it been 2 years yet? It's been somewhere around that time. And it's not even just like making a podcast or doing stuff in the community. It's just the mental capacity it takes to know the truth, be trying to work towards, revolution, accomplishing those goals, and just being bombarded daily with these detractors, these hired actors, who's gets all these millions of dollars or thousands sometimes in your local community to just drown out any type of radical thought and get people thinking that they little bullshit stuff is the radical thought. So, so anybody that's dealing with that, we definitely understand 100%. We are human, all of us, and that's why we have to stay in community with each other and stay supporting and encouraging each other while we are, trying to educate and get stuff popping. So that's all I got, guys. If you'd like to hit us up, you can hit us up at buildingourpower. And hit me up at Gabby's Music. Hit KT up at KT_does art. Thank you, everybody who's donating to the Patreon. Thank you so much. All those funds will be going to the community fridge or just given to crowdfunding stuff now. We're starting to do that as well. So yeah, if you'd like to support, you definitely can do that on the Patreon. But that's pretty much it. This has been Gabby, and we out.